Hey guys, Jeff Ford, CTF coach in Hilton Head Island, South Carolina, coming at you for another Fix Yourself Friday. Today we're going to be breaking down a very common condition called runner's knee. This is classically the result of when folks land too far out in front of what's called their general center of mass. So when we run, we want our feet to stay underneath our hips all the time. So heel strike out in front, classic technique deviations we see that lead to the runner's knee symptoms. Runner's knee symptoms include just pain underneath the kneecap, and when sitting for long periods of time, the knee really stiffens up. A lot of runners will run through this pain, but that's really not the way to go because A, we've got to fix the technique, but B, we've got to take complete rest, and then C, work on some mobility. So the mobility pieces here is typically the quads get really glued up, and the IT band also gets really tight running right into the knee. Okay? So here's a couple techniques to kind of clear some of that tissue up so that you can get back to the streets, work on the technique, and never have that runner's knee come back again. So this one's called knee 360. Basically, we want to go all the way around the quad tissue just above the knee. So you're going to see me use this fancy softball today. I'm going to come onto my stomach and we get in here right above the knee and really just kind of start to dig on top. Usually it's hot just above the knee, so spending 30 seconds in this position. Then I'm going to go to the inside, okay? So why it's called knee 360 is you can obviously see I'm going all around the tissue that's most likely causing the pain in that knee. So just digging in there, and then this is where it gets really vicious. Even if you don't have an injury going on, tissue gets tight over here. You're going to see I go all the way onto the outside, right where that ITB runs into the knee, and then just really digging in there. You don't need to kind of roll like crazy. You can see the technique I'm using is soft, controlled. I'm just pressing down and I've got my hips elevated to add a little bit more pressure, okay? So 30 to 45 seconds in each of those areas is huge. And then what we see with runners is sometimes the high hip is just really tight, so into the hip flexors and then maybe even back into the glutes. So you don't want to pay attention to just the tissue by the knee, but then we're going to take it up to clean some of this stuff up and then maybe around a little bit. So I'll still keep using the softball. You can see I place it, nice and high up, and this is all soft tissue, guys, just getting in there. I can pull the leg back, and then even if I feel something's a little bit hot on the outside, I'll even bring it out there, nice and tight, that lateral side of the hip, okay? So digging in there, those two spots are really the first two to pay attention to. There's always different areas to kind of retest and see if that pain is gone, but simple techniques like this, I've seen runners, the pain just instantly goes away. But that long-term fix, remember, it's always going to be changing those mechanics and doing it appropriately. My name's Jeff Ford, CTF coach in Hilton Head Island, South Carolina. Tune in for another Fix Yourself Friday real soon.